Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to Basement Bird, your favorite weekly episodic podcast starring Reid
Hello.
and Logan. Wow,
I didn't know that
good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen.
I didn't know that was my cue. Good afternoon. It is. I guess this is going out for the afternoon.
Good morning, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Whenever you're listening. That was a great intro, Logan.
Dude, we need to bring energy. It's all about the energy.
It's all about
bringing it.
Bring the boom, okay? As the Costco guys would say. Are you familiar with the Costco guys? Have we talked about this?
We literally talked about this last week. We talked about this last week, Reid.
Oh Lord, we did.
You have short-term memory loss. This is really bothering me.
I've been doing my best to educate friends on who the Costco guys are, though. Sam, who you know, did not know who the Costco guys are, so I sent her about 5 TikToks. About them. Yeah, I thought of all people to know it would be her because I feel like.
Well, no.
You know,
that's not the guy. That's not the kid who was on the Tonight Show and then was at the Rangers game. That is.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Okay.
The Rizzler is a part of the Costco guys universe. He's not one of the Costco guys, but the other 2 people that he was on the Tonight Show with are the Costco guys.
Okay.
He's like a friend of the Costco guys.
Part of the universe. What does that even mean?
Just like they're like cast of characters they have, like on their channels and stuff.
Oh, so this is like a written. Are they like sponsored by Costco? I don't even know. How does this work? What's going on here?
Okay, I just thought about this. You know what you could do? You have a Costco membership, right?
I do.
Okay, I think one of these days you need to get a double chunk chocolate cookie and a chicken bake, and you need to do a live taste test on the show.
That's not a bad idea.
We haven't done one of those in a while.
Dude, what did we have the last time? That was the KFC.
Oh my God, the chizza.
The chizza, dude. And
the
that KFC,
pizza.
that was. The KFC closed by my house now. The KFC's not even open anymore.
Hold up, pause. You say that. I was talking to my parents yesterday. They told me that the KFC in my hometown also shut down like a year ago.
Colonel Sanders, what are we doing?
Are there? Okay,
I hate it.
This is fun. Are there any new fast food items that we could try? Because we were on the kick about
Krabby Patty. The Krabby Patty
is
from
that still available?
Wendy's.
Wendy's.
I think
is
so.
That still available?
Except we can't do that because Nicole and I just went to Wendy's over the weekend and we had an experience in the drive-thru with the gentleman in the box. That was very unpleasant.
The gentleman in the box. Okay. The gentleman in the box.
He says. First of all, and I know we've talked about this. I think we have about going through the drive-thru. No. Going through the drive-thru with someone who doesn't know how to order, or like
does Nicole not know how to order?
Well, like sometimes, she doesn't, and she's like super, self-conscious about going up to the box and not knowing what to order.
Why
so
do
we
you
literally
call it
roll
the
up.
Box?
What are we supposed to call it? The speaker?
I don't know. Yeah, the speaker. Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally a speaker that you're talking to, dude.
The blowhorn, when we get up to the blowhorn.
Okay, that's not it either.
And we
the blowhorn?
The blowhorn, yeah. And so we get up to the blowhorn.
Oh, gosh.
And she all of a sudden is like, go, order right now. And I'm like, I'm not ready. I don't know what I want. That's too much pressure. And so we're like, can we get a second? The guy says, hello, can I help you? And I said, we need a second. Okay. And then we take a beat, like 15 seconds to look at the menu in the drive-thru, right? Not even very minimal amount of time.
Yeah.
And then we say, all right, we're ready. No response. We wait probably 5-10 seconds. Okay, we're ready. Still no response. Another 10-15 seconds goes by, and then we're like, hello? And then the guy comes back on the speaker and is like, 1 second. Or no. I think he was like, wait a minute. And we're like, all right, goodbye. Out of the parking lot we go. Next door to Raising Cane's, the greatest chicken finger restaurant
so much better,
known on this side of the Mississippi. It's absolutely, positively delicious.
Yeah. You know what could be fun?
That was a total side detour. I'm sorry. What
That's fine. I think it could be fine, or I think it could be fun to try this Krabby Patty collab meal. I think next
except
week.
I don't do lettuce, tomatoes, or pickles on my burger. So
what?
Yeah.
This is Krabby Patty sauce, tomato, hamburger patty, of course, lettuce, onion, pickles, American cheese, and a premium bun. You don't. Oh my gosh. So you literally just get the burger with the Krabby Patty sauce and the cheese
and cheese, and
That's
I like
terrible.
Bacon. You're terrible. Don't call my burger order terrible. Don't. What is this about?
Maybe I will do this because I can eat it as is.
Okay.
Yeah.
You'll have to pick some adjectives that will accurately describe the taste that you are feeling inside your mouth hole.
Sure.
While
I will
experiencing this sandwich.
I will gladly take the bullet that will be the pineapple under the sea frosty for someone who does not do well with dairy.
Pineapple under the... Wait a second. They have a pineapple frosty?
Yeah. Pineapple under the sea frosty, yeah. But I will say that I have these little lactate pills that I can take that will hopefully avert any damage to my intestinal tract by way of dairy. So,
well, that you should do that. Actually, I think I mean, granted, I don't think that can translate through the camera, but
I don't think we want it to.
I appreciate it nonetheless. I think your neighbors will be thanking you.
Yeah, I really don't think we want it to translate through the camera, but I think we should be good there. Okay, maybe we do this next week.
Okay, I think we do that next week.
Okay.
Get a Krabby Patty.
Yep, the Krabby
Pineapple
Patty
under the sea.
Yep, and fries, of course.
What do they get? Do they get rid of the chocolate or the vanilla?
I have no idea. You know, it's going to sound crazy. You're probably going to crucify me for this. I don't know if I've ever had Wendy's before.
Pause. What?
Yeah, right.
What are you talking about? I have never had Wendy's before.
I have never had Wendy's before. I don't know. I don't think there was one close to where I grew up, honestly.
Hey, not to alarm you, their burgers are square.
I do know that they have the square. They have the square burgers. Yeah, I am aware of the square burgers.
The square burgers.
Yeah,
I'm a big thick burger. I like a nice chewy, bite into it with some substance. I like a big boy burger. Yeah. Big Boy, actually, shout out Big Boy. Great burgers.
There used to be one in my hometown that also closed down.
Yeah. Big Boy, we used to go up to St. Joe, Michigan. There was one in St. Joe, Michigan we go to.
Okay.
Big Boy standing out front.
Nice.
But, so Krabby Patty, pineapple frosty for you.
Yeah.
I expect the gamut of adjectives to describe the taste.
I think I will go to the library and check out a thesaurus.
Mm-hmm.
Or as someone
there's a
from
thing
my
called
brother's...
Google, too.
Well, yeah, that's no fun. There was someone in my brother's class who pronounced thesaurus as thesaurus. And that was always a fun one for us to poke fun at.
Thesaurus?
Thesaurus, yeah. And there was a kid in my class that pronounced magician as magician.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a new one.
Dude,
yeah.
Have we ever talked about on the show our mutual love of magic?
We have. Yes. And you have given me that one movie to watch as well too. The Prestige, is that a movie?
Oh, yes.
I will say the movie watching
movie list, by the way. Yeah, wait a second.
Pretty rough.
Oh God.
I forgot
about that.
I have seen some other ones that weren't on the list. What have I watched recently? Sinister. I watched that. It's a horror movie.
Never heard of it. Nope. First of all, horror movies are not my cup of tea, so that's not going to do it for me.
And then I watched a newer one, Trap, by M. Night Shyamalan. It came out recently, and it just got added to HBO Max.
I feel like you're making up these movies.
I am not. I am not. Oh, Kid Cudi's in this movie? What? Sorry. Wait, pause. What? Kid Cudi is not what? Kid Cudi's in Trap? No shot.
So you're watching Trap, and I just watched Robert Preston as the Music Man yesterday from 1962, which, by the way, is one of my favorite musical movies of all time. I also love musicals, but
that's Kid Cudi? What? Sorry.
I'm not sure I know who Kid Cudi is, to be completely honest with you.
Kid Cudi is? Oh my gosh. No. He's a musician? You probably recognize some of his music.
Is he a mumble rapper? I don't do mumble rappers.
He's not. He's like I don't know what genre we would call him. He is a rapper, but he also like can sing too. You'd probably recognize some of his stuff. Wow. Okay, I had no idea that that was Kid Cudi. Wow. Huh.
Oh.
Trap is good though. It's a good movie. It's about this guy who is a serial killer. And he attends a concert with his daughter. But the whole point of the concert is that it's a trap to get this guy. And they use this concert.
That's the whole premise of the movie then?
Yes. Yeah, like the first half, is all about the concert, and then I won't spoil anything else. But it's very interesting. Like, it's all about the cops trying to follow this guy, but it's from the perspective of the serial killer, the butcher, and about how he tries to escape.
Oh.
Yeah. Which is very interesting. This is
called The Trap? We got to write this down.
Just Trap.
T-R-A-P. Trap. Okay.
Trap.
Got that.
Yep.
I wrote it down with this screwdriver. Okay. Let's see.
That was something.
Yeah. So, okay. I'll add that to the list, though. I feel like
Trap
I'm always looking for
do you have
good
HBO?
movies. I do. We have,
so
we
have
HBO.
Say with Trap, okay, so as a casual movie enjoyer and a casual thriller horror fan, I liked it. I then went on Reddit to look at reviews, and no one liked it.
I can't believe you look at movie reviews. Who actually? I cannot.
I looked after the fact. I looked after the fact. Okay.
I don't like
because no one liked it.
Well, there was a while there. It was about 10 years ago. I was going to a lot of movies, and I feel like every movie that I liked was absolutely hated by the critics. And
That's
so,
how I kind of felt
since
about
that
Trap.
point, I'm going to go to a movie whether the critics whether they like it or not.
That's
I
fair.
don't care.
Yeah.
And I was just watching something today about the Shawshank Redemption and how people didn't really vibe with that movie when it came out.
Okay, but it has aged well.
It has aged well, and a lot of, for a lot of critics now, all of a sudden it's like on their top 10 movies of all time.
Sure, and
but when it comes out, everyone hates it, and so all of a sudden it's like people start liking it, and all the critics are like, "Well, this is quite the piece of art." See?
Yeah, that's fair. What was the last movie you saw in theaters?
Oppenheimer.
Okay, I think that was mine too.
Oppenheimer. I saw it in IMAX. It wasn't real IMAX. It was fake IMAX.
Oh, yeah, not like the full-size IMAX.
Yeah, and for some reason, I thought it was a good idea to go to the 11:10 at night screening. So when
you must have been there till 2 a.m.
2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it's just a 3 o'clock or 3 o'clock, 3-hour movie.
Yeah, no, big mistake.
Oh my gosh, dude. Yeah, no kidding.
Very tired the next day. It was, granted, it was a Friday, so at least I could sleep in a little bit.
Yeah,
but it was cool. I mean, it was that was one of those movies. It was well worth seeing it in the theaters.
Yes, I agree. I don't think it would have hit the same at home.
Have you seen the TikTok of the guy when they're dropping the test or doing the test, and they're like 3, 2, 1, and then they drop it, and then someone in the theater, it's just like a video of the screen, and someone in the theater toots.
No,
and so it was like 3, 2, 1, and then you just hear.
No.
You never heard that?
No, I did not. I have not heard this. Is this a trend that's happening?
I don't think it was a trend. I think it was just like a one-off video on TikTok that someone, people think of the craziest stuff on TikTok.
That's fair. Yeah, I have not heard that.
So this past week here in Chicago, we had one of the largest hockey tournaments of the season. Well, the largest hockey tournament of the season in the Chicagoland area, but one of the largest in the country.
Yeah.
The CCM World Invite. There was 1,200 games that were played in the Chicagoland area, with
across
all
how
sorts
many different
of
levels.
There was. Let's take a look here. There was. I just somewhere saw.
I see 4 divisions. 2015 to 2010,
Oh, no,
15,
there was way
16
more
U,
than
18
4
U?
divisions. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was a lot.
Or I guess there's 4 divisions across 3 skill levels. So that would be 12 divisions?
So 15U. No. There's, 4 skill levels for each division. And so then there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh my gosh, yeah, hold up. Jeez.
Oh, wait, no. There's 15, 16, 17, or 15, 16, 18. I don't know, dude. There was
15,
a lot of
16,
games going
18,
on.
But then there's also 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015. Oh my gosh.
So there was 1,200 games going on around the Chicagoland area just this past weekend. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And so that was my first experience back on the ice refereeing game. I refereed a 15U.
Oh, you ref these games. Okay.
Yeah, I ref a 15U game.
This is solid. This is high-level junior hockey.
Yeah. So it's not considered juniors. It's considered youth hockey.
Oh, true. Okay, fair.
Junior hockey is something a little different, but
that's
it's high level. Some of the highest level youth hockey in the area or in the world. Really, it's the CCM World Invite. So I had a game between a team from Toronto, Canada, and a team from Detroit, and so they're real close in geolocation. They're in 2 different countries. But apparently they're like big rivals, kind of thing.
Yeah,
so they, I guess, play each other a lot. And let me tell you something, man. These kids are good, and sometimes you forget like what it's like to be on the ice with people who can actually play, and are good. And these kids, I mean, they're going to go play D1 college somewhere. Or they're going to go, some of them go to the NHL probably, but. Yeah, man, this team from Canada was just next level. I mean, this would put to shame any probably most college teams in the area, and these are 15-year-olds. I mean, it's crazy.
Well, when we were when I was back in Chicago, we went to see some games, correct? And I think
that was last
What
year.
did we see? 16U, maybe.
We saw 16s or 18s, I think.
16s or 18s. Yeah, that sounds about right.
I think we saw a couple 16s. Yeah, I forgot that you were in town during that
level of
last
hockey
year.
Was insane though. Like those kids could do stuff that was ridiculous for being 16.
That's the top tier, top level of hockey at that age group, and so these are the top teams of that age group that come to this tournament. So literally, this is the top tier players of the country and probably a lot of the world of that age level. And so to get to be on the ice with these kids is craziness. Just a crazy experience in itself. But we had an interesting experience.
You don't need to you have to keep up with play, but you don't need to you don't need to move nearly as quick as these kids do, which is good.
The nice thing, it's almost easier to referee better hockey.
That's
because every single person on the ice knew where you were at. And sometimes when you referee people who aren't as skilled, they do a lot of running into you. And let me tell you something. These kids knew they were thinking 3 steps ahead of where you were going. They knew where you were at. Not once did I have a puck come anywhere close to hitting me. It was just, skill levels off the charts, literally. But we had an incident with one of the parents of one of the teams who, for some reason, felt it necessary to give his opinion to the other team's coach. So it was a dad from one of the teams was getting into it with one of the other team's coach. He somehow made his way over to the other team's bench. So we were in Romeoville at the rink there in the middle. So it's there's kind of a path behind the benches. So the dad made his way to right by the visiting team's bench, and apparently during play was having some sort of conversation with the coach, a very loud one at that. Words were exchanged, some profanities. I don't know what was said, but then I don't know if the parent got his feelings hurt or what happened.
Oh my gosh!
But then the parent went and complained to the tournament, and then it was just all over the place. And basically,
jeez.
I mean, if we don't hear it or see it, like, we can't. There's not a lot we can do about it,
Sure.
So the guy from the tournament's coming over. He's like, well, yeah, he said this, he said that. Well, I was like, well, we didn't see or hear it, so there's not much we can do about it. But that parent then, after the game, we're signing the score sheet, because you got to sign the score sheet after, you inspect it, make sure all the goals and penalties are correct on there.
Yep.
And so we're signing. Here comes this dad around the rink to come talk to us and ask us these questions.
Gosh.
And he's like, well, can you believe this coach said this to me? Yes, first of all. And he's like, is that against the rules? Well, first of all, sir, you shouldn't even be having a conversation with the other team's coach in the middle of the game.
Yeah.
So it should not have even gotten to that point, right? And so you're opening up the door. If you're going to go yell at the opposing team's coach, you're opening up that door for yourself to be yelled at back. So don't come crying to us then, when he says something to you, that you don't like, and all of a sudden you want to get him thrown out now.
Gosh.
I mean, it's not as bad as I've seen it in terms of like parents and fans yelling.
Yeah.
Because at a certain, like, especially youth and lower levels of hockey, according to the kids' parents, everyone's going to the NHL.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yep.
A lot of yelling. I think we even had an experience last year. Remember, someone was yelling at the ref. I'm like, you don't even know who you're yelling at.
Yes.
They're sitting there in the corner yelling at this referee who little did.
Yeah. Continue. No. You're going where I'm going to.
Well, I was standing down in the corner waiting for. I don't remember what you were doing. You maybe had to use the restroom or something, but
that sounds right.
I was standing out there, and I mean, these people are yelling at this referee who, little did they know, is one of the top referees in the area, who's gone and refereed Olympic hockey in the Olympics, was one of the first female officials to work in the American Hockey League, in the AHL.
Yeah.
And you're sitting here yelling at this person, and you don't even know who this person is. Like, you have no idea who this is. This is the best referee you're going to have all weekend. And you're just
you're still
freaking out. And so I casually said, I don't think you know what you're who you're talking to, And then I got in a conversation with this person, a rather loud one at that. I believe you heard me in the restroom. It got so loud.
I think I did.
But I mean, people are just nuts, and it's just unbelievable. And this is just my time to rant, I think, but it's unbelievable that people think it's appropriate to yell at someone for doing their job. Like, could you imagine any other job with just random people like going up and yelling at you? Like you're an accountant and you just have or someone at the bank comes in and just starts yelling at you.
Just starts
Why aren't you
barking at
doing
you?
your job? I am doing my job. I'm literally just doing my job. You're not doing it right. Yes, I am.
Jeez.
I'm adding. Here's my calculator. See, 1, 2 plus 3, 4. Hello.
People are crazy.
I mean, people are just nuts, and it's just so frustrating. And this is my soapbox moment. Be nice to the referees.
This is a hill that Logan will die on.
I will, for sure.
Oh, gosh.
But on that note, we got to move on to odd news before we
odd news.
run out of time here.
Yeah.
But
should I go first?
Sure.
Right, I'll go first. Mine is very timely.
Oh.
It won't make any sense to anyone listening. But this one is titled Porta Potties Fall Off Truck During Morning Commute in Massachusetts.
Yo. That doesn't sound very good.
Sticky situation Monday morning when 2 portable toilets fell off the back of a truck. This truck failed to clear the low-situated Massachusetts Avenue overpass on Memorial Drive in Cambridge during the morning commute. Cambridge, I believe, isn't that where Harvard is? Knocking 2 porta potties off the truck
Cambridge
and into the road.
is its own university. Cambridge University.
England, but I'm pretty sure Cambridge, Mass is where Harvard is. Stand by. Let me look at this. Cambridge, Mass.
Cambridge University.
Bang. Harvard was founded in Cambridge in 1636.
Wow, dude, you are I'm a gentleman
genius.
and a scholar.
Okay, this is great too. Listen to this. The truck initially left the scene, but returned 20 minutes later to collect its cargo. Jeez, what did he not realize? They fell off. I'm gonna watch this.
Well, I think that's called a dump and run kind of thing.
It has to be, yeah. I'm gonna watch this video quick. Let's see what we got here. This is, there's a porta potty in the middle of the lane.
Oh boy!
And there's a second one. Yeah. Jeez. Well, hopefully they were empty.
I don't know. I mean, sometimes have you ever seen that? I don't know what it was. Someone's in a porta potty, like on a slingshot. I think it's Steve-O in one of his movies.
I have, yeah.
And they had to use like, I don't even know. I don't even want to talk about it. But that's one of a fear that I have. Or like one time we were golfing, and I had to use the porta potty, and for some reason my dad thought it would be hilarious to drive the golf cart into the porta potty. And I mean, it went. Luckily, I was, holding on because I mean, it was not just a love tap. It was a wham kind of thing, and
Jeez.
Jeez. But hopefully we don't see any porta potties on the road.
Hopefully
on
not.
my commute tomorrow. I don't.
Yeah.
Not a big fan of that.
No, I would agree.
Well, I feel like mine's not as interesting as that, but I was going through some of the odd news stories, and it just so happened that there was 2 right in a row that have to do with a certain animal, a certain masked animal, escaping from 2 different places at the same time.
This is not the story you originally said.
It is not. No, I changed it. Last second change. So there was a couple raccoons that escaped, apparently from a zoo in England.
Okay.
And also, then the next story was 3 escaped raccoons returned to English zoo. So it looks like there's still one on the loose. But
this is the same zoo. It looks like
the Amazon World Park, or the Amazon World Zoo Park near Sandown on the Isle of Wight, said the raccoons managed to escape their enclosure late Thursday night or Friday morning. So if you have a sighting, please do not approach them. They are not normally aggressive, but will be if scared. So I wonder if this place doesn't have raccoons normally, because once in a while I'll look outside and there's just a raccoon in the yard. But I mean, I guess that's just like a Midwest thing. I don't know if that. Do you have raccoons out there? You platypuses?
I so. We got the platypuses and the raccoons. Yeah.
What about possums?
I've seen a couple of those around. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. So, but then it looks like 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
Were returned, and it looks like 1 raccoon is still at large. So
there's a great line.
This is in English.
They say they're using thermal drones and dogs to search for this raccoon.
But I like how they said search for the remaining furry fugitive. That's how the adjectives that they use to describe.
Are raccoons native to Europe? Is this the issue here? Are they not a native species over there? Oh, they aren't. Oh, no, they're an invasive species. They were introduced in 1930s for the fur trade and as exotic pets, and have since become an invasive species. Oh, gosh, so they were just raccoons everywhere.
Did you see the guy on TikTok that had a pet squirrel and a pet raccoon?
No.
Peanut. They had Peanut the squirrel, and then the I don't know if it was the health department or someone came in and took the squirrel. or maybe it was Mr. Peanut. Is it Mr. Peanut? I think it is.
New York. Oh. Peanut the Squirrel controversy explained. Peanut has over 500,000 followers.
I don't know who came. Oh boy, who came to?
Peanut got euthanized along with his pet raccoon named Fred by the New York State Department of Environmental Conservation.
That's what it was. And so the guy has a animal sanctuary, but doesn't have a license to have exotic pets like a squirrel. So the health department came in, took the squirrel, and euthanized it, and now it's like this big controversy.
Oh, good Lord.
They came in, they rolled in, and were like, this is not okay. This is our squirrel now. And then, one thing led to another. But
gosh.
I don't know. I have to be careful, though, because Nicole's always trying to, like, usher the squirrels into the house. We have this one squirrel runs.
What?
I have no idea.
What? You guys had a bird in the house, and Nicole is trying to get...
She's
trying to get squirrels
7 birds in the house.
And she's like, let's just allow a squirrel in? What?
Yeah, we have a neighborhood cat named Boris. That roams around.
Okay. I
she
could
keeps
get on
trying
board.
to let it in the house.
I could get on board with neighborhood cat Boris. Because it's a cat, not a squirrel.
Then we have a squirrel that doesn't have a tail. Nicole calls it Nubby. And
that's just a little mean.
Well, no. It somehow lost its tail. And so it kind of looks like a rat with, like, it's weird to see a squirrel without a tail.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
But, yeah, I think Nicole's friends call her Snow White because she's got all the animals all the time,
Oh, sure. There you go. Yeah.
I'm not feeling it. But you know what? That's okay.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I feel like... Hopefully, all the raccoons can be returned to the zoo.
Yeah, hopefully.
And so you've been listening to Basement Birds right here on all your favorite podcast platforms on YouTube and Spotify, and we're also available on other social media platforms, which we will tell you about right now.
Instagram and TikTok at Basement Birds. Bam.
At Basement Birds. Thank you. But no, so be sure to catch up with all the latest episodes of the Basement Birds. I think this is episode number 30. Does that sound about right?
No, we are well into the 30s. This is
like for the new show, though. The new show. Yes. Oh, yeah, it is. Oh, like wow.
30.
I'm like 7 episodes behind.
Logan.
Yeah, I'm
episode
apparently
30
not paying
was
attention.
Back in September.
Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah. So we've got plenty of other episodes. If you haven't heard us before, be sure to go check that out. Otherwise, thanks for hanging with us. We'll catch you all in the next one.
See ya.